Honestly, to some people, they honestly thought that I Am Music was a letdown. Some people thought it was worth the hype. Kind of seemed like he just decided to, just go fully mainstream. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought it was a good effort. I don't think it was worth the hype, worth the wait, but still banger. He's still probably in my top 10 this year for real top 10. I do personally think it's probably like the best opium drop of the year, because we had Broken Hearts 3, we had More Chaos, and we had Homicide Lifestyle 2, and all the projects were pretty good. None of them were like their best projects, that just kind of brings me to Baby Boy, which is Carti's new project, which has not as much hype as I Am Music did, just because he's potentially pulling an Uzi, because Uzi dropped Eternal Take and Lil Uzi Vert vs. World 2 all in the same year, and then dropped a collab project. So it kind of seems like Carti's kind of doing the exact same thing, but I don't know. I just don't really see there's too much hype towards it right now. Like, even if you look at some of the Twitter posts and shit like that, just how many likes it has, it's just nowhere. The hype is just not even close to anywhere of I Am Music is. But I mean, I'm still gonna be listening to it. There's just many factors, including his Hermit the Frog voice, which I thought it sounds super corny. You know what I mean? But there is like a lot of throwaway or a lot of track volume for how many songs he's recorded for Baby Boy. And this is including I Am Music and Baby Boy, and a few different interviews from other people, other associates. They pretty much said there's 50 to 60 songs already recorded for the album, with collaborators Swamp Izzo again, who absolutely murdered I Am Music. I thought he did a really good job. Some other producers on it's gonna be Filthy, and yeah, it's gonna be a cool project. I just hope he doesn't. I hope it's just not like an I Am Music part 2. But there's a lot of rumors that it is pretty much a direct sequel, because Music had 30 tracks on it in March and shit like that. I don't know. I guess he's gonna use the momentum he has for I Am Music, because it did sell the most for a rap project this year, with 299K first week. Let's just go with 300, which is absolutely incredible. But I don't know, man. I just don't really see the hype being anywhere near. And I would, if I were to guess how much he sells first week for this project, probably anywhere between 80 to 20 at the most, because he is still building up some hype. But there is still like a big chance that this may not even drop. You know what I mean? Or at least not for a long time. There's like a lot of fan-focused track lists, just because there's a lot of snippets for Baby Boy, or even snippets that didn't make I Am Music, that people are kind of thinking that's gonna be on Baby Boy compared to I Am Music, with tracks like Do the Most, Drugs Got Me Numb, and a few other snippets. But most of those snippets, I would say maybe there's 2 snippets I actually like for the upcoming Baby Boy. The rest of it is just like, I just don't think sound good. I think they're like throwaway I Am Music tracks, and this has no hype for me, like, whatsoever. There is definitely an elevated production lineup, like, producer lineup and stuff like that. There was quite a bit of different producers on I Am Music, because I Am Music was definitely more of a mainstream sound and a project compared to Whole Lotta Red, because Whole Lotta Red, man, in my opinion, was just like, fuck, that's a classic. That's probably like #1 favorite project since, I don't even know, So Much Fun at the time. So Much Fun by Young Thug. I did like A Great Chaos by Ken Carson. I liked Too Alive. I loved Up to Me. I loved No Stylist. There's a lot of projects that I think are kind of classics, but A Whole Lotta Red is definitely like the peak. Some of the producers on the lineup will be, at least apparently, some people say Pure Born, but I don't know if Pure Born's even gonna be on the track list. You know what I mean? Because he was trying to work with Carti, and they just never ended up linking up to even make any music together. I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I mean? But some of the producers are Richie Soul Filet, KP Beats, Starboy, Too Hollis, potentially Ye, Art Dealer. But I don't know, there could be a lot of different directions Baby Boy could be going. I just hope it is an I Am Music part 2. You know what I mean? There's rumored to be some pretty high profile features as well. Like maybe Justin Bieber and shit like that, Young Thug. But even just with all the controversy that Thug's been going through, I just don't know if it's even gonna happen. I know there's supposed to be potentially Little Baby and Carti had very highly anticipated snippet that's supposed to be on Carti's project, or not Carti's project, Baby's project, called The Leaks. So you could potentially see Baby on Baby Boy. There was rumors that there was a XXXTentacion verse on the original Baby Boy, so maybe, or on the original of I Am Music, could be on Baby Boy, so you never know where that's gonna end up. Maybe some more OPM members like Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, Homicide Gang, all those guys, you know. But I don't know, it's hard to say who the features are gonna be. It could be anybody, it could even be Uzi. I think it'd be dope if there's some more Uzi. We definitely need some more Uzi Carti tracks in our lives, you know what I mean? Something I am hoping there's just no more of the AI recycled shit. You know, the song Fine Shit was literally Dawson or Lawson or whatever, this ghostwriter didn't even let Carti go in the booth. He just literally just recorded his vocals and used the Carti filter and used it. Same with the top track on there, you know, with the Weeknd and shit like that. It was just AI. So I'm just hoping there's not going to be some AI mush stuck in the project. You know what I mean? I know there's a bit of a label transition milestone. That's Carti's final project under OG and Interscope is Baby Boy. So definitely marks an end of an era for sure. So that makes you kind of think, what direction is Carti gonna go after Baby Boy? Is he gonna retire? Is he gonna start pushing Yell, Opium and everything like that? You know, it's just hard to say. It is kind of interesting he's doing like a back-to-back release strategy, kind of like Uzi did, Future. Like Future, last year he dropped 3 projects, Mixtape Pluto, We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You. So Carti might be trying to go for that. I think he kind of wished that some of his tracks, you know, would higher in the charts, because I think he only had like 1 or 2 tracks that actually hit the Billboard off of iMusic, and I'd be really highly unlikely that Baby Boy's can even chart, like have singles that are gonna be charting on the Billboard Hot 100 when, you know, country's just taking over right now. Country's just doing like a full-on sweep right now. I do kind of hope he changes up his flow a little bit, have a bit of a different versatile kind of energy, you know, building on his 2018-20 peak of his flawless versatility of his voices and stuff like that. I kind of hope he mixes his raspy flows with his, I guess, Hermit the Frog and you know, his kind of singing kind of flow and shit like that. So I kind of hope it's more of like a mixture, and I just really hope it's better beats. I mean, none of the beats aren't good, just more like, you know, just, I don't know, just more versatile. I know the project was pretty versatile, but maybe even more in like a structure, a little bit more. I think the timing of this project could be essential for Carti, because I know the Little Baby and Carti track that's going to be in the leaks is going to be a big momentum builder right there. So I kind of hope that all kind of like works out for him and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, it's definitely looking a little bit interesting for Carti's Baby Boy. You know what I mean?